So here it is. It's almost 6 o'clock, 2 minutes before 6 o'clock, and it's Wednesday. And what do we typically see on Wednesday is new highs or new lows. This time, new highs. So, for a lot of times, Wednesday would be the spike in the other direction in a down market. It could go the other way. So everything could happen. There's really no rules. So this is the problem. There's no rules. So there's only risk management. And when I set a $10 rack or a $10 trade, it could be that you have a 10K with 10 pip stops and you're risking $1 a ticket. But that would be stupid to put in. If you have the ability to put 10 single Ks in, then you can spread your risk. You can have a 13 pip stop, an 8 pip stop, a 20 pip stop. You could have but in all of the end, you're going to have $10. If it's going to be this, I wrote a script once that's going to be a 2K with a 50 pip stop, 4K, 25 pip stop, and then on 17.5 pip stop, all the way till you've got a stop that's going to stop you out $10. But you got to put the spread in there. So if you want to overestimate. So anytime you build a position or anytime you ship something, there's always the shipping, the spread. So I don't think you can get around that. The only way to get around that is to have some, I don't know, you got a $10 million account and you're just trading for just barely commissions and you have like no spread. And you're trading the euro dollar. I'm sure that's happening. I'm sure if you had $100,000 in the account, you could get 0 to 0.3 spreads with a 0.1 commission. You're still going to pay 3. Is it going to make a difference in you making money? Probably not. If you're going to at least try to make 20 pips, the further you can get from the spread, the more easier it's going to be, right? So you can't have a car that's going to drive in first gear. It has to get to fifth gear. I mean, you need a trade that you scalp first and second gear, yeah, but you can't ride a giant position like that. So when the market's going berserk and it's dipping into the weekly low and everybody's freaking out like, oh my God, yeah, it is breaking out. And at least on the 1 hour chart, you should be able to find the breakout pullback and then it launches. It may not do that. It may just run. Now, why did the market go up so hard? And it's funny because that wave 4 video I did on a British pound, wave 4. I said this is a classic wave 4 consolidation. Yeah, that would be Elliott wave trade. And that was it. I don't think, do you find that Elliott triangle, do you find a Gartley out there, right? So a true Gartley that's forming and stuff, and I can show you the Gartley trick. The Penn and Teller a reveal on the Gartley. All you're doing is saying, I will buy in between those 2 points, those 2 fractals. So if you put Williams fractals on the chart, so fading the fractal, so to speak, put in the indicators, and this is I'm not a fan of the alligator. I'd stay away from the alligator. I mean, that's moving average bullshit. Somebody just made another comment about moving averages. Yeah, I mean, they're lagging, and you're counting on the lag, right? It's like cloud trading. You're counting on that to slow down your trading. See, the whole point of these games that people play with these indicators is because it's like I used to set my clock ahead 5 minutes. I knew I was bullshitting myself, but the shock of looking at it made me think, oh fuck, I'm gonna be late. And I guess I like the rush. So if I had it my way, I'd have clocks like set a minute apart all over the place, but it's like they don't do that anymore. Look at the euro's ready to go up. Look at this thing. Although I'm short, so let's hope it doesn't go up. I'm short the pound and the euro going into this thing. But you know, the comfort level people have looking at all that pretty fucking Gartley shit. Yeah, I get it. It's like your car is a piece of shit mechanically, but look at the leather seats. Got it. Do you feel safe in that car? Like, I don't feel safe building so-called algorithms that are just going to be like, never optimize a robot. This is rule one in MT4 EA building. Of course not. I mean, I figured that right off the bat. I'm like, of course, you're going to curve fit the fucking thing. We've known this for years. The last thing you want to do is curve fit it. Then what? You fucking, what are you going to do with it now? There's no robustness. It only does one fucking curve. We got to wait for that Gartley to show up. Okay, you want to live like that? Go ahead. Do it on the 5-minute chart. At least the cloud traders on the 5-minute chart are getting like 2 or 3 trades a day, or 2 or 3. How about 1 trade a week? You should have 1 trade a fucking week. Who the fuck has got these moving? Who are these people? This is a 100-period moving average, by the way. Who the fuck's doing this shit? We're above the baseline, only take long trades. Okay, I got it, but what's the setup? What is that fucking trigger for you to get in? Is it a goober stop entry? Great. People are taking money out of your pocket. If you're going to get into a position with 2% of your account on 1 ticket, this is the classic. Go from ultra goober to fucking where you own a warehouse of tickets. Like, you're just sitting there with one. I'm going to buy 1 car. Are you, son? Yeah. Oh, I want it to be off-road. I want it to be amphibious. Dude, you can't pick a fucking terrain. So these people are building algos that fit on a certain terrain. Dude, this market's wackadoodle. If you have a doji trade plan, you could have a bullish bar trade plan. So I have that. That's a trigger. When I see the market screaming up, I'm like, well, I'm not chasing it. I'll wait for a pullback, or I will sell into it in the meantime. So what am I going to do in the meantime? Waiting to make money. This is the whole problem. The market's up in 24 hours, so I'm constantly being confronted with, is this a trade? But the more I'm trading with limits, and now I'm selling with limits. It's not all it's cracked up to be, buying and selling, because now I have to buy and sell on limits. Because at the market, I'm only going in at the market when I see, oh yeah. And that's what I've been trading this other account. So I'm trading the demo account at the market without any stops when I feel, oh yeah, look at this. 80 pips in 4 hours. 6 o'clock in the morning, US. You're not buying that? You're really not going to come in with a 1K with a $10 stop, okay, on a 1K, 1,000 pip stop. You ready? You want to come in for a penny, cup 10 cents. Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's like, put a $100 stop on a thing. Whatever you can take pain-wise. So people say they got beat up in the market. Okay. Compared to lottery tickets, now I still see people buying lottery tickets. I can't believe they let them buy them. Look at the odds on that fucker. Now, you give me a guy that buys $20 of lottery tickets a week and have him take $10 of that, open a forex account. Now, I'm hoping that you don't tell your friend what's really going on. You have to tell him, you put this ticket in here, and you're going to risk $3 on this ticket. You got tickets. They're called tickets. I mean, he'd be able to get his brain around it, lottery tickets. But a lot of people that come to trading aren't that guy. The people that come, when I came to it, it was because I saw it in a magazine that robots could trade the market. And I thought, well, fucking A. Now we're talking. This is 1987. And by this computer I bought, 286, $5,000 for the printer. The modem was $1,000 modem, 2,400 baud, $1,000 just for the modem. And so I hooked that up and I said, yeah, let's go. And I took all the classes and I did it all. And I guess I was expecting, I wasn't expecting too much apparently, but I was having a problem with people would ask the guy that was doing the lectures, so where do I get in? I get all this bullshit about the moving average, but could you tell me what's the price I'm getting in at again? What's the size of that trade? And how many times do I do this a day? And is this going to happen again? And then this thing about back testing. Okay, well, if you can't glance at the chart and see this 100 period moving average here, how you would trade it, then, you really got to back test this. Go long if we're above the 100. Go short if we're below. Can anybody see where it becomes a problem? Can anybody see where you got to scroll back to here and go, well, what the fuck's this? What's the signal here, buddy? I'd rather not talk about this part. This is where the market closed up above the baseline. We went long here. See, let me explain it to like this. And I mean, maybe you're new to trading, but you got to look at that and say, dude, no way. Like, we went long here? What? Well, it was above our baseline. And if you looked at the large, we had a crossover back here. Yeah. And so, and where did you go long here? You're above the baseline. Where's your entry? How hard can this be? I guess it's hard because nobody's buying this who's buying this sell-off? They're like, dude, it's crashing. I'm not going to buy here. Like, so people are definitely not cut out for it. And when it's here, like, oh, I added to my position. Did you now? You going to ride this shit all the way back? You have to dump on these. You have to sell into that. Even if you're not in the market. If you came to your terminal and you saw that, I mean, like, I'd be like, we might get a little pullback here. Never even made it back to the breakout. Now, this is when the market, why is it gushing so hard? Fuck, these are like 3-year highs or something. I don't even know. It's crazy. Look back on the chart. When the market tips into this window, it's not coming back forget about it. It might even keep going up tonight. So how much is left in this trend? And where is the end, right? I'm short from that top wick. So I scalped off that already. And yeah, I'm trading the pound because it's too boring. I mean, I'm trading the euro and the pound because it's too boring just trading the euro. Although euro did have a run here that you got to admit was fucking amazing. Now, if you're a breakout artist, if you know how to trade breakouts, this would be Goober 101 trading. So this is, stuff people taught. I mean, they didn't even really teach this. I think you were kind of on your own your whole life, because the point where you can notice this high, I didn't put the Williams fractals in yet. If you started selling above that, just kept selling in a grid and walked away. Now, I know it's going to be hard because as you would get, you're like, holy fuck. Somebody asked, how much? $2,000 in the account. Yeah, you got $2,000 in the account. Okay, sell a 1K, sell like 50K up into here. So this is a 10K, 20, 30. You don't have to martingale. You're martingaling. It's a degree of compression. If you just linear sell into that, if you have a stop up here, you're martingaling in. It doesn't have to go 1K, 2K, 3K, 40K. It could just be a linear scale in. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. But the obvious thing is that this is the high of the week. The market comes all the way back. It backfills this undercut. And it's dead in the water. It's dojied out. In essence, it has broke this. If this is the breakout, it broke back, pulled back. It's just drifting. Here comes the breakout. Buy goobers, sell goobers. Now, you're getting trapped on the short side there. You can already see you could not just put buy stop and sell stop and walk away because they're going to chop you out. If you get filled on both legs of that, where's your stop for that? If your stops are out here, I'd say, yeah, you're going to lose a leg. But once it passes this leg, depending on where you put them, once it passes the stop, if the stops are symmetrical, you're making money. Yeah, granted, you're only making this. But that's just one trade plan. You got to have more than one trade plan. If you're going to make money all week long from obvious 4-hour moves. There's 6 bars a day. How hard can it be? You know, if you only got to look at 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. If you wanted to, you could just probably get by with just, okay, 5 a.m., 5 p.m. The market can literally move 12 hours one direction. Look at this move. I don't know when this started here exactly, but look at this thing. Once it took this out, forget about it. And look at the early scalps. So I did this scalp. That was a no-brainer. Now, you're not going to get filled on everything unless you start coming in with really dense orders. So here's the optimization, so to speak, is you're going to have to put in buy limits here. And they don't fill you till here. And if you put sell limits in here, you would be in a winning hedge, right? Because you have sell limits in this hole, this void. They fill you. Nice trade into here, but you're buying again anyway. So you don't have to really get out, in essence, if you don't mind being not flat. Or you could go flat here, and you're going to have buy limits down here to the same amount of tickets. I don't know how organized you are. I'm not, so I just put in buy limits down here, and I just put a trash garbage can. You know, may not get filled on all of them, but these are great places to buy, you know, just below the body. It's a wick-only entry, so you put a buy limit here in Sunday night's prices, and if you're lucky, I don't know what the spread was here, they pick you up. Now, you could have rode it all the way to here, and you could have trailed a stop every Williams fractal. You move a stop to here, you move a stop, cancel replays. Of course, you wait for this one, right? You have to wait to get this. So I'll turn the Williams fractal. So you can see that that's also the reversal point. So it's kind of weird because you have to be able to think both directions, or at least, like I said, if you want to maximize the account, then you've got to trade a lot. And to trade a lot, you need a signal. So if you just picked out the dojis, 4-hour dojis, these are insane dojis. Now, granted, you would have got stopped out of a couple of these tickets, but what do you put 40K stacked up? Like here, okay, they're all buy stops, all sell stops down here. And some of your sell stops are going to be super goobers. So they're going to be sell stop here, buy stop here, like real dumb shit. Like I'm actually going to buy the Williams fractal. And this is why he did it, because he wanted something that was mechanical trading. Because mechanical trading is going to win. That's robots can handle it. They don't have to look at this, analyze the vacuum. I don't think a robot's going to see. I don't think it's worth the time. I could do more. I could make more money just looking at the thing or just having the limits in there. And if it get filled, I look at the account and I notice they're filled. That's my signal to come in at the market if need be and add to the position thinking, oh yeah, I think that is what's going to happen. And then I just on confirmation at that point, I'm getting in more at the market and maybe some more limits peppered around. But then I have to, if I get in too big, I've got to scalp something off, right? Because if news is about to come out or we're still moving, I'm going to have to scalp. I'd rather go flat, but I might be holding some losers. So today, that's what happened. I sold into this rally, and it finally pulled back, and I wasn't trading with stops. And I got out of as it came off the top, I got out, and I left the losers behind, which I used to do a long time ago, and they become winners. Not always. And I was willing to take the hit. It was about a $14,000 negative trade. And that counts at 130,000, 140,000 at that point. So that's where we finished off at 140,000. And, you know, I don't like to take it. So, but I didn't have to take the $14,000 loss because it really came flying back. So amazingly, Bill Williams made it into this platform. Into all platforms, I suppose. I don't know. Okay, so I want to insert the. He's got his own Okay, we got awesome indicator. What a pile of shit, the awesome oscillator. I mean, this is all garbage. The only thing that really Williams was, I think, his contribution has got to be the fractals. So I got to go here. And once again, more bullshit. They keep with it. Why don't they just put that on the main? I'm going to go for the yellow-green, please. Yeah, I'm going to go white. I can't see those. So you can change the size of these guys. I'm going to go for jumbo white. I really want it to hit me in the face here. No mistake of what the robot's doing. It looks like that thing from Star Trek. Star Trek that's floating around the ship. So, where's Pike? I'm surprised Pike doesn't use his first indicator. Yeah, so here's your classic. Oh, I got these little birdies here. Yeah, so here is the fractal, right? But of course, after the fact, and I was saying on some video, I go, yeah, I got to buy that one with fractal. He says, well, you don't know until it happens. Yeah, but you kind of suspect that this vacuum, once they fill that, you want to start buying into that. And after you leave that fractal, yes, the Williams system would be, I can already see his system. He's going to buy in a stop here, right? And he has a sell stop here. And he's going to turtle trade is what he's doing. And every time it goes up, okay, a lot of D's long. And then look at here, he's up, moves his stop, you know, add to the position, move the stop, and then ruh-roh, this is where that system fails. Here, you don't want to sell break out of this fractal. No, you want to buy that. But you should already be buying this because of this, right? You would have got this trade off. And you would have loaded here. Here, no fill. Oh, I'm sorry, here. So here's the fractal, and here's the fill. So those are the two instances where you're going to go against the goobers. You're not going to sell here. Of course, you can't sell, right? Because it's above your baseline. I forgot the baseline thing. So, what else? Here. You're not going to buy this breakout of this fractal, are you? Yeah, you're going to get clobbered. That was the sell limits. Another failed attempt, sell limits. And then buying. So the only time Williams is right is on this last fractal. He goes long. He moves his stop. He's probably got a buy stop here. And once this thing takes off, that's the point of his alligator bullshit. The moving averages start to go. Yeah, I got it, dude. But where the fuck are you getting in on that? Like, yeah, now what? Well, I can tell you, for me, I already figured it out. I've got sell limits above here. I got buy limits down here, and I just walk away. So it's pretty much, and I got tons of buy limits below here, right? Because if we ever come back here, holy shit, it's going to be like when we came back here, right? It's just a bigger, so this is a big move. I don't know, some guy sent me this white oak guy. There's going to be a big move, and I don't know what the move direction was going to be, he called, but duh. I mean, once we got to this window, look at the monthlies. So with the Williams fractal system, you're about to go long on the monthlies? Are you kidding me? That's what I'm selling right now. It might be a little early, but are you kidding me? And of course, the 100 period moving average nails it and agrees with me here. Yes, yeah, we got the mask on this chart. We're trading with a mask, actually. Okay, full transparency. Using the mask system. Look at that. So that's the ultimate Williams trap on the monthly euro dollar right now. But look at this. Look at this Corona wick. Look at this puppy. It triggers a fractal. Wow. Look, we're already back to the floor. So mission accomplished. We're back. I mean, that is a bridge too far. Don't forget, it's in a downtrend. Look at the 100 period monthly. Hello. That's what they tell me about the moving averages. Now, this is why people get tricked into the moving averages. They put on the monthly and they go, son of a bitch. Jed, come over see this. Come over and look at here. It took out this. It showed no respect for that 100 period simple. Did I say simple moving average? Look at Jake. We got to sell this fractal here. Williams was right. Look at that move. Of course, just below our baseline, I was kind of iffy on the trade because, it is going up on the moving average. I know what you mean. I don't know. Call Harold. Harold, get your charts out. I want you to see what I'm looking at here on this sale. Yeah, so this does look like a sell if you're a long-term Euro trader, or even for tonight, I hope. Holy shit. That's what we call a trap trade there. My God. So, I think that ride's over. Yeah, if you can't find a trade, just drop down a smaller time frame because this Williams fractal is going to need it. Oh, here's a winning Williams trade right here. Look no further. Buy stop there. Sell stop there. Hello. I don't know if I have a buy stop here, so here's where I don't agree. And here's the Gartley secret, is that you're waiting for, well, this is actually what would happen here is it comes down here, but when next time it comes up, it fails, and you've got already a, really what those people are doing, they're saying, I've got it, they say, this is one edge of a triangle of a Gartley, this is the other edge, and I'm going to buy here. That's all they're saying. And the reason why they're doing that is, this is the kill zone here, see? Because you have to have that one, right? The batwing has to come piercing down here for this one. So you got just the tail of the batwing. It's going to be right here. So you got one wingtip there and one there, right? And this thing joins on top in some kind of spectacular, I don't know what the fuck. I think this is the bat's back or something. But the trick is you're getting in right here in this sweet spot, right where the wingtips are at the bottom. So there's the Gartley trick revealed. The doji, I think, is the got to be the dumbest, most mechanical trade. I think a lot of people don't like that doji trade because they're like, you mean all I got? Yeah. All you got to do is wait for the market to have a small body, and that's your signal to either bracket it with stops or just get the fuck in. Somebody said, well, which direction do I get in? I load the wagon before the Dow opens. So imagine this is the half-hour chart, or 15-minute chart. Looks like 15-minute chart. News is coming out. Okay, so news has already come out. And here is the market, and it'll pull back until the Dow cash market opens. So it'll do something like this a lot of the times. And yeah, you'd be loading the wagon, but you probably would have bought in limits here a little bit. If you're that person that wants to get in right there, and you got two signals to buy at the market because you're down at the market, and then you got this, and then I don't want to really put a buy stop here and chase. I want to get in here, obviously, start to get in. Okay, so here I've got buy limits. And this is the weekly, but I did this trade on the 4-hour today. Are you kidding me? It comes down here, it goes up 1 week and down 1 week, almost a complete retracement, completely symmetrical price pulse. Are you kidding me? Yes, the market can do that. And where's the fuel coming from? New lows. Yeah, liquidity here. Or what those level 2 guys call it. This is like level 2, whatever they call it, I think they call it willing freak out people, willing buyers. Amazing. And look how quiet. This has got to be the smallest. Forget ATR. Look at bar per bar TRs, true range. True range on the weekly. I mean, how simple is this trading? It's too simple. You can't sell courses on this shit. People are like, that's too simple. You mean I just gotta wait for a small body in a small bar? Yeah, well, you had to wait almost a fucking year for this trade. And then you had to wait, oh gosh, here, wait like only 3 weeks between these two trades. So the first thing that pops out of me on candlesticks is, what about these gravestone doji spinning tops? And to me, they're all dojis, right? Any small body. So you can turn off the wicks and just look at the small bodies. You'd be like, look at that, fucking A. Even doesn't matter the direction of the body. The only time it matters to me is this is down. That's important because look how big it's down. But what if, and I do this because I don't want to miss out on a trade. So I'm scaling in from here. I got buy limits, buy limits, buy limits, buy limits. Maybe down on the weekly. When it gets down here, I got these big tickets. I already put them in. In the morning, I put them in down here. If it's the low of the day, beyond the low of the day, I put in fat tickets down here. Now, it may seem ridiculous, but if you fall asleep, it's a good trade. You don't need to be there, right? Babies used to be born without people watching. Okay, it's 6:30 now. 6:30, big deal. It's also Wednesday. Wild Wednesday has come and smashed, and it looks just like this on the 4-hour today. Doesn't matter where you are. And that's why people run these things and say, look, if you sold up here, I tell you, if you sold at the... Yeah. But what if you've got this dumb shit rule list? And no offense if you're from no nonsense world and you've got, well, I don't have a confirmation candle. Dude, just fuck. You could be kidding me. Yeah, it came near it, but there was news coming out and I wasn't sure, so I didn't get... What the fuck? You missed this goddamn fucking move, the 8 hours. I'm imagining this is a 4-hour chart. This 8-hour move you missed? Because you were waiting for what? Or even this is a daily chart. When on my system, I'd sell here on limits. Here, I sell more. And here, I sell Maximus. Obviously. Come on. I guess I'll say in the videos, but people will say, I don't know what the fuck are you talking about? I guess I'm just being I don't know. I'm too casual about explaining it. Okay, let me zoom out. Why would I make money if this was the 4-hour chart? Like, I'm not saying I could afford to put sell limits here on the weekly. And actually, what am I talking about? Inside of here, I bet there's a winning trade. In fact, when it came back to this, if I sold everything like up in this shelf, this is such an old low. Okay, that is the weekly chart. This is 1 1/4 year of nothingness. That's why the market went to the other extreme of this nothingness. This nothingness has been filled and killed and raped. Okay? It's so obvious. So, yeah, you got to kind of be selling up here maybe on the bigger time frames. Well, I'm going to get another monitor here. So, I just too lazy to hook it up. So Williams fractal on the weekly, kind of mind-blowing. And look, no respect for the 100-period moving average. Don't forget you're short on this. I want to just point out that you sold here, right? I hope you put your stop up here. Oh, they stop you. Well, you were actually right for a while. So yeah, you can be right on any trade for a while. And that's, I guess, the thing is knowing where you're at in the big picture. Yeah, people do top-down analysis. Did you really have to do that? And look at these beautiful, this cute little doji on the weekly just before you break that stupid-ass moving average. It's stupid. Look at this. Look at this. This is the delta just before the rip of this whole void here. Is this not the most epic rip? This thing starts to come into this triangle here, this delta. And then the delta of all deltas, that doji. And then, uh-oh. And here's where Bill Williams, he's buying that fucking fractal. And he's right, but not, you can't do that here, see? Uh-oh, it didn't work out so good there, but see, he would double up and sell here. But if he sold here, is he making money? Fuck no. So all this stuff, people, oh, you know, I saw this thing on fractals. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's like it's taking the wrong car down. You can't take these Ferraris on an off-road adventure. Cloud trading needs to be done in a room with candles. Okay. It comes with my course. Actually, my course includes like candles and incense. The true aficionado. Hey, look at the Bitcoin. Looks like it's going up. So Bitcoin looks like it's leaving the station here. I was looking at the... it's actually going to hold some in my wallet. Look at this cute little double bottom here. Look at this big void above on the weekly. This thing looks like it's ready to take a move. I must say, it looks like Corona free to me. I don't see any Corona on this thing. And as we march into Christmas, don't forget the amount of money out there is incredible with all the stimulus and all the new businesses that have cropped up, like the... oh shit, that was a sell limit I just moved or something. I put pennings in here, and I'm up on this trade, this Bitcoin trade. I'm in a hedge. But I put sell limits up here. I was trying to draw a fucking rectangle. What happened? Okay. So, oh, it's not letting me draw my rectangle. So this void up here, if we ever make it to here, now this is quite the monster. I gotta fix the scale. Man, I wish there was like a one-click button for that. All right, here we go. Bitcoin, quite a rip. Look at the Corona effect here. So, definitely a punishing sell-off there. Once again, it doesn't change anything. You know, these markets are all the same in that regard. Once you made it below here, wow, the buyers came in, scalped to the floor. High probability, get out of there, you know, with that amount of money. But that looming void above was too much for it. So if you look in the zoom in here a little bit, this is the, I think it's a weekly. Weekly Bitcoin. So here is the ultimate floor. Here's where people are losing their mind. Get back above that, and you still got all of this void because it dropped too fast. And once that gets filled, almost there, I think I would definitely be selling, cashing out into this, or doing new sells into that for sure. But it looks like we're going to try to curl up into that. Of course, here's the new buying zone, so to speak. I'd have buy limits down here. If I didn't own any Bitcoin, I'd probably put buy limits down there. Just pepper them in there. Just throw them in some account. And, if the market tanks, you know, autofill. I guess it can't go to zero. I think it's only 51 leverage or something when you trade Bitcoin, or 101 or something like that. So it's not a high leverage instrument, but I'm not a Bitcoin trader. But so here's another easy buy at the 100-yard line, a buy at the 50, dollar CAD. Like, who couldn't see this thing coming, right? Look how it just blew through that floor. But, you know, I'm buying it. I'm buying it here, obviously. It's a no-brainer buy there. Look where the deep shelf is on this thing. So anything below here, that would be my scalp. I'm sure it was everybody's scalp, as you can see by the vicious 50 pip bounce off of that. Yeah, this stuff should be obvious. I guess these are the nooks and crannies, the fuel for the market. So this deep discount. Oh, I can't move that fucking object. Here, pissed off. Let me just start over. Okay, this little the wick factor here. So right there's the buy, and then all the way down to this round number is the other buy. Put some space on this chart. It's hard to see it back there. So that does matter though. I should go to the monthly and just zoom in. But then I'll lose that little nick, that little shelf. That's the problem. When you go to the larger time frame, you kind of lose the detail. Yeah. See, now you can't see it. It's right there. Because there's, if we ever made it down to this wick tip, this is dollar CAD. I'm sure people are familiar with this currency pair. I think there's another reason why people have a hard time trading this thing is that it's like trading the euro versus the pound. These countries are very close together. So when they have an order imbalance, I think it's pretty severe. Look at that move. Whew. I'm definitely a buyer down here. So I probably would be a seller here on limits, but I would sell more on here. And the most I would sell is right here. You can see that on the monthly here, you can see this wick tip here. Never makes it to here, but that window I'd say at the top is the bruiser window. And of course, if you sold into that and all you did was scalp that wick, you didn't even have to ride it down. You did pretty good. But I don't think there's no algo for that. There's no moving average for that trade. I'd be a big buyer down here, but we're not going to make it here tonight down here, but that's a good place to get in. Okay, let's go to... Okay, go to the other charts. Okay, dollar. I did put some trades on this account, so I got stuff that I just put in here. Just raw limits without a stop. I'm up 140 bucks. So I think I'm going to cash out of that. So yeah, I made quite a bit of money with this account. I just started trading 60Ks and then that's what I got in now. I'm trading 60Ks without a stop, without a take profit. Oh, that's the Bitcoin. Sorry, wrong account. It's this account here. I'm down 67 bucks. Oh well. So I'm going to take the winners off. That's not helping. These are huge tickets still. These are two 60Ks. I'm down 60 bucks. I guess the swap, I'm winning on the swap there. Interesting. Oh, dollar Swiss. Hey, I'm up $2 on the swap. So I did buy that Euro Swiss, and I got pendings in there. I just threw them in. Right mouse clicked them like this. Just went right mouse click like that. Buy limit. Buyer's delight. Oh. Huge trap down here, I think. Yeah, so here is the account. I've taken this account up. I'm up close profit $142,000, starting off with $5,000, traded the Ryan bot down here, down to about $3,000 here. Then I took over the account. And then I've been trading this account for, of course, I haven't traded this account. I've been trading it very big at the market here, and I have not been trading a couple scripts. but nothing like this size. So average trade length is 5.2 hours. And I actually had more trades per day before, but I was doing 200 trades a day, but I was doing like 2,000 trades a day in the beginning there. I cut back my trading. 111 days. So, today, I could have taken a hit there because I sold really heavy into this run up. But since it pulled back so hard, here was the other epic symmetrical trade of the day was to buy this. Here, load the wagon here, and really load the wagon here for that move. A V-shaped recovery, it's called. And in the pound, oh my God. The old V-shaped recovery. Unbelievable. So I'm short into this. So when I sold here, I thought, well, I'm going to have to take this $14,000 hit. Because I thought, man, look at this thing go. I thought we'll only come back to here and take off. No. Came all the way back to the starting gate. Was actually up on this original trade that I sold here. So I sold this top. It became a winner. Unbelievable. So, there, that's that. Okay, so I gotta go get something to eat.